Hey, what's up, y'all? I was having a conversation with a couple of my female friends and would love to know your thoughts. Please leave your comments below, probably especially what women are thinking. So in Georgia, which is where I live, a bill just passed, which is called the Heartbeat Bill. And in short, this bill makes it illegal for women to have an abortion after a heartbeat can be detected, which is normally about 6 weeks into the pregnancy. I think most women don't find out they're pregnant until around 6 months, maybe a little earlier, a little later, but around that point in time. The exceptions are rape, incest, and if the pregnancy is jeopardizing the mother's life. So abortion is the one topic that I've always been vacillated about, because for as much as I understand the argument that, you know, it's a woman's body, she should have the right to choose. I completely get that position. I also understand the position that this is, you know, a child, and that child has its own life and rights, and, you know, what do you do about that? It's interesting that if a mother is pregnant and she's shot and killed while she's pregnant, the person can be charged with 2 counts of murder. So it's kind of like, I'm not sure which way people want to have it. Maybe there's not one way to have it. The other thing that's challenging for me is, you know, let's say 2 people have consensual sex and they understand that there's a possibility that pregnancy could occur. If the woman decides she wants to keep the baby and the father is not supportive of that decision because they weren't trying to have a child, he doesn't have a say-so, but he will be required to pay child support. Conversely, if the mother decides she doesn't want to have the baby and the father says, I will take care of the baby, I still want you to have the baby because the baby is as much my child as it is your child, we knew this was a possibility, this was consensual sex, his desires don't matter in terms of a decision as it stands right now. So that's not a conversation that we have at all, I think. But I've had it with some of my male friends who have been in situations where the young lady has gotten pregnant, had an abortion without telling them, and they were devastated because they would have raised the child. That being said, what do you all think? Like, should this bill makes me concerned a bit, because here's the other side of it, and you see why I'm conflicted. I think women are going to have abortions, whether they're legal or illegal, they're going to have them. So if laws make it more restrictive, then I think women will find alternative means, which might not be safe, which could lead to an uptick in deaths of these particular women. So, you know, there's that to grapple with. But again, there is also the argument that I wrestle with about the life of the child. And whereas the mother is, you know, it's her body, the child's life is not her life. Then people are saying, well, what happens with these children who are born? Are they adopted? Are they put in, homes? There are a lot of questions around what happens if people do have a child. I'm just concerned about 2 things. Like I said, the nature of this bill in Georgia and what it could mean for women who are going to have an abortion anyway. The fact that we don't know until maybe around 6 weeks. And then the other side of the argument about the child. So it's not a new argument. It's storied. People have been having this conversation for years, and I honestly don't know where I am on it. It's one of the things that I'm unclear about, and I'm okay with saying that. So I want to know you guys' thoughts. Please leave them below. Please be respectful in the conversations, in the comments, right? As I've said before, like, we can have an intelligent discourse, and we can have different positions and be respectful, but do not name call, because I will delete you and I will block you. That's not what this is about. All right.